Hello Daz Studio enthusiasts, this is Not From This World and I want to welcome you back to my tutorial series. Now today I want to show you something really cool because we've been talking about custom characters and creating custom characters. So today I want to show you how you can save your custom character after you have it finished. So one of the important things that we need to do is save our character so we can just use it over and over and over again. Well, I have a cool little trick that you may or may not know that will help you save your character and then have easy access to the character so that you don't forget where it is in Daz. Now to do this, we're not going to be using Milica because she's a set character. So I went ahead and opened up my Emma Stone custom character, and I'm going to show you how we can save this character and then put it in our content library so that we can use her repeatedly. Now, the first thing we want to do is we want to just isolate only Emma and get rid of everything else in the scene. So I am going to delete the background and everything in the scene. Once everything is deleted except for the character, I'm going to zoom into the character to show her face. And this is going to be an important step because we're basically going to be making a thumbnail of the character with whatever camera we're using. So you want to make this look good so that when we get our thumbnail, you'll see this picture. Now to save my character, I'm just going to go up to File, then Save As. I'm going to come down to Character Preset. Now when I select a character preset, it's going to put my character into a folder that I have pre-selected. I don't want this folder. What I want is for her to go into the preset folder of Daz Studio. So to find that, I have to go to where my Daz Studio is located on the computer. So I'm going to go to Documents, Daz Studio 3D, Studio, My Library, and then see there's a folder under My Library called Presets. So I'm going to select Presets, Characters, and then I can type in the name of the character. So let's name her Emma S. And I'm going to just hit Save. Now it's going to come up with a tab that we don't really need to mess with. So I'm just going to hit Accept. And then it's going to save our character. Now, what's really cool is this character is now saved in my Daz Studio formats. So that previous step where I selected the folder that said presets is pretty important. Make sure you do that because look, if I go into my Daz Studio formats, I go to My Library, come down to Presets, and then hit Characters, there she is. She's an actor in my Daz Studio. Now here's what's even cooler is I can right click on my character and I can do a couple of things. I can create a product, and if I do this, if I hit create a product from, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to just name her Emma S. I guess you can't put a period in there, so just name her Emma S, hit accept. Now, what's awesome about this is if I go to my product folder where everything I've purchased from Daz Studio, and I go to E and I scroll down, Emma S is right there. Now, let's just create a new scene and load her up from the product folder and see if she works. Okay, oh goodness, she was naked, so I had to throw some clothes on her. But you can see I have my Emma character loaded in. Now, what's really cool is she comes with all the textures and everything, but she doesn't come with any of the assets that we had with her. So she won't have her hair and she won't have her clothes, but you've got your character. So I think this is really cool. And now I want to show you one more trick, which is if we go back to the product folder where Emma is, if you click on her in the product tab, just go down to create a category from. And when you select that, now, just like you can do with all your other props, you can put her anywhere you want. So I have a bunch of Genesis 8 characters. Now, Emma is actually a Genesis 8.1 figure. So I'm going to go to Genesis 8.1. I'm going to drop down to my menu, and I don't have much 8.1, so I'm just going to select the 8.1 folder and hit accept. Now, when I go to my specific categories where all of my products are, I can select the Genesis 8.1, and I've got Emma right there. I can also create a subcategory, so I can right click on 8.1 and I can select create a subcategory, and let's name that characters, if I can spell. And within those characters, I can just take Emma and I can move her into the characters folder. And now Emma is ready to go. So now I have her in a place where I can find her really easily. I don't have to worry about up here in my Daz Studio formats and the presets and all that stuff. She's still there, but now she's in my products and she's in my categories that I use every time I render with Daz Studio. All right, so I hope that really helped. Let me know how you save your characters. A lot of you were telling me that you make your own custom characters. So how do you save them? This is how I do it, and I find it really easy and convenient, and it works really well. So let me know, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and you know what? Give me some comments. Let's go back to Milica, just because she's so darn cute. How can we not render Milica? So I'm going to render up Milica for a thumbnail and end picture. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy rendering.